Well, hello people. You can hear me alright from over there. First of all, I've got a few more subscribers, thank you very much. I'm sure most of you have got a lot better stuff to do than watch little old me, but I'm over the moon that you do. Thank you very much. Anyway, apologies for not putting a video out for the last few weeks, but me and technology do not get on really. Now my phone has been saying full, can't do any more, and I've deleted what I think I'm deleting, but it's not deleting it, I think it's just moving it into the corner of your pocket and your pocket's full and you can't do any more. So I've been waiting for my daughter to come round to help. So anyway, I think I've got a bit more space now to do a bit more recording. So yeah, that's another thing I've got to learn. And I have recorded some other bits to chop and paste and stick together and whatever, and pull about and push about and, you know, try and mould it all together and all that. I've just got to learn it. Just got to learn it, people. So I've just had to delete loads of all of that stuff. Well, I say I have, she has. All of that's gone. I thought no point in doing it, you know. What a waste of my life. But anyway, I can record a bit now. To be honest, I've not been up to much. As I've been flat out at work, just renovating another house to get it ready for the rental market on flybe.com or whatever it is, Airbnb, something like that. She deals with that side of things. So I've been flat out at that, and then I've been finishing that, and then I've took another 20-acre field on, just renting. I've been mending the fences down there. Wednesday. Oh. Finished work, went down there, I think it was 27 posts I rammed in with post rammer and pinned it all up and whatnot, barbed wire, bit of fencing. I think 6 of them were 4-inch, yeah, 6 of them were 4-inch square posts, the rest are just the normal round posts. Oh, Gordon Bennett, I fell asleep watching Ricky, coil sale, didn't go work Thursday, knackered, absolute shattered I was. Getting old, but anyway, you don't need to hear all that, but they're the reasons I've struggled to put a video out the last few weeks. Do I feel guilty? Of course I do. Not, I do. But anyway, I'll show you what I have. I've done a few little bits as and when I can, when I'm at home, etc. Don't know if you can notice, nails and fingernails are back together. I know I can't get you out at the minute, can I? Tell them what you got to shout. I don't know if they need from there, but shout it. Please like and subscribe. Well, I will feed you, but just not yet. Can't feed him at the minute, and I'll explain why. Anyway, oh, I've got a bit of a wet bum now. I just can't. Can you see the cuckoo? He's got a bit of a sore nose, he has. That's Cuckoo. And the reason he's got a bit of a sore nose is because on my net, you see them white pipes down there. That one looks a bit banana shaped now. The 22mm speed fit pipe. I'm going to have to put a T-junction in there, because what's happening is it's buckling in, the net's coming in, and it's making like a 4-foot gap into about an 18-inch gap in some places, 2-foot gap. And Cuckoo, just there, this one, has got a sore nose, and that one there has got a little white patch on his nose, look. So I had to lay them out a few days ago, 3 days ago now. They are looking much better. I mean, Cuckoo's has gone back white now. It was looking a little bit reddish sore. And he had a little nick on the side of his body as well. But that's gone down well now as well. But I have got to split them up. So what I'm going to do is put a T-junction in there, try and square it back off properly. I'm going to undo a piece of that rope, so I can widen the scaffold bar out over to the edge, so probably give it about a 5-foot gap wide, providing I can get the net pinned out edge to edge properly. But it won't be as deep, it'll probably be 4 foot deep rather than nearly 5 foot deep. But which I think will be better for me anyway, because not that you can see it in a minute, but down there I am getting a bit of a build up of poo and debris. So I think it's because the net is hitting me step on the bottom of the pond, it's just not letting me water go how it should. So I think if I lift the net up a foot off the floor as well, should help with that. Have I done much in the filter house? Not really. I'm going to bubble these in a minute, give these a clean. I've not done any more insulating in the filter house, just ain't had time. I have done a little bit in the garden though. Oh, gutted on one thing. I'll explain it when I get there. I tell you what, let's just backtrack a few steps. Rewind. I'll just flick that switch off, which is to a little pump there, just to give a bit of water chucking back over the top of the net it was. So, yeah, not that you can see with the glare on the water, but my net has got a zip in it down there, so I've just unzipped it, let them out the last 3 days. But Cuckoo the male and Big O the male, they are looking much better for it. So unless I get the net sorted out, it's either got to come out, because they can't be locked back up in it the way it's going. I don't know if you can see the pipe at the minute, but it's like a banana. I must do better, I say. I must do better. So yeah, that's what I want to do this afternoon on that bit. I have got my little brush box going at the minute. Excuse all the mess. I like to move stuff about. You'll see why again in a minute. But yeah, I've got my little brush box going. It'll do for this year. Better than no. I've whacked a little skimmer vent up to it. Now that's been on this pond for a few years now. I've brought it round to here and there. I have got a white cap on it on the inside at the minute, if you can see. Because I've only got a little pump in there, 2,000 litre an hour. It's not enough really to pull through that 50mm drain. That's the bottom drain there. It comes back around there, back into the middle. Back into the middle of the pond. Now it's only 1,200 litres this side of the pond. Altogether it's 1,600 litres the pond, plus the filters. So 2,000 litres an hour realistically for water volume is enough. But to be pulling through that 50mm pipe and that skimmer vent, I don't think is enough. Now, I'm on top of the flukes. I've not seen no flashing for a few weeks now. So a few days ago, I did put some blanket weed killer in to try and get on top of this. Now, I do like to leave a bit in there because the fish do love it. And there is a few toads in there. There was some toad spawn in the vet and whatnot. So yeah, I've put an half dose in my pond. I don't like to put too much in. And right then, a bit of a pile of ferns there. If you look, I've salvaged them a bit more. The wife went mad at me. For me, they'd be chopped down, but she won't let me chop them down because the back garden does go uphill there. And when the daughter was younger and lived in that back bedroom there, you can actually stand on that hill you could 20 years ago and look straight down at the bedroom window. So that is the reason we put them in many years ago. But for me, they'd be gone now. Yeah, gutted I said a few minutes ago is, I've had to go and buy my timbers for the roof. So I'm sorry about that, sun glare. Yeah, I've had to buy the timbers for my roof. I had some down the farm, some 6x2s, they're only 3x2s up top, CLS, so they're not even 3-inch. They just call them that. Yeah, I had some 6x2s down the farm, proper 6x2s and all. You get splinters off them ones. About 4.2 metres there was, a minimum I need, about 4.9. Gutted. So yeah, I've had to bite the bullet and go and buy a few. I don't know if you can see up there, that big long one there going that way. That is a 6x2, so I'll rip that one down for my last 2 bits that I need. But yeah, so I bought them, stained them. I just chucked them up for now, chucked a few boards and that on. Because what I want to do, excuse all the mess, what I want to do is skin that side as much as I can, right back to the trunks. If I can't have it all down, I'll have half it down. Yeah, because the sun comes up from there, spins all the way around, and then goes down about there. So on this side of it here, you do miss quite as the sun, winter sun comes through there. And the summer not too bad because it's up there, the sun. But the winter sun, when it comes through there, would be nice for this lot to be off across there, because I would get the morning sun blazing on the grow on tank. So yeah, I've done that bit. I've put my wall plate on the back of the fence there. I've made another little bit that will go in here. I don't want to do any more in here until I've got something covering, just because of the rubbish that falls off it. Yeah, so I've done a little bit on that, not much but a bit. I am going to this week to get this cleaned out, ready for running again. Get all these blasted down, get all the rubbish crap that's in between them. Look, I mean, look at that. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot this year because I have savaged the trees above it. I've got to, I must give these a trim and just give these a bit of a shape up, because I didn't do too much on them last year. A little bit on some of them, like that one I did that you're looking at, but that one that's quite bushy 2 seasons ago didn't have much on it, so I've just barely not touched it. And a couple of them up top they didn't have out on, so I've not touched the tops for a few seasons. But I don't want them to go too wild this season without having a good beating. So I'm going to get on them this week and get on that this week, just get the bottom of it out. And my lily that's in there, I want to get it repotted up and I want it in the main pond under there. Can't wait to get all this rubbish off. Now these were only chucked on roughly this year, just out of stuff that I had lying about and to use. But I promise you, when it's all off and tidied up, it looks beautiful, in my eyes anyway. And I've started on my fence here, because I don't want the netting on this year, because last year and the year before, it's just savaged me plants. I don't know if you can see that plant there, because the net goes up at an angle, you see, so at the back there, it's probably a foot off. But just because the net don't rub it, it comes on a lot better. I mean, don't get me wrong, the fish have savaged these about a bit, excuse me, but yeah, as soon as the net starts rubbing on it, it just knackers the leaves and they don't want to go no further. So I've said it for a few seasons now, I want to put a fence around this, and I've been in and ahhing on what to do, look the nicest. So I thought, this is it. I've got some steel rods. Not that you can see, I don't think. You probably won't be able to see, I'm not sure. Let's have a look. I've drilled a 2mm hole through it, top and the bottom at the minute. And you can see that, not bad from here. You can see that, surprise, isn't it? So I'll chuck some net around it, and then a bit of fishing wire across the top. I've some on this side, clips on bang bang. That one lift out, that one lift out, chuck them over the back there. It should be quite easy for the wife to do. I'm not too fussed, but she's the one that likes to come down in the morning, have the net off over here, flip it over, and just sit here for a bit. Oh, she's waking up, bless her. I've put my blue box there because it's my toad house at the minute. There's a few toads that like to get out the water and be a little bit safe on the side. So that is my toad house this season. You know, we've got company. There's Big O. They love it in the weed. Around that back there's a shelf. And it has different depths on it, from about 3 inch to 5 inch. And I kid you not, it's got really slate that runs underneath it, a few inches under the water. And they love skimming over the top of it. I know they get bashed about and that, but it's a wild animal, you know. But they do love it, yeah, when they're climbing up there, going through all this weed and whatnot, blanket weed, etc, etc. I mean, there is normally a bit more weed in there, i.e. this weed. But the wife took it out because it had the spawn on it from the goldfish. But it has not done a thing. I didn't think it would, bless her. Yeah, so here's these. Let's have a look at Cuckoo. I'll just see if we can see the mark that we're on. Here's ink. If he turns around, he's got a mark on him now. He's done that last night. Look, I don't know if you can see that bit of a red mark just here. I presume he's bashed it on the rocks. I presume it'll probably be most likely gone tomorrow. Now if Cuckoo comes back past, yeah, if we could see, didn't want to go at the right speed for us, did it? And with the shower being in the way. The governess, we call her. Yeah, you can just see that bit of a blemish on the back of him. A few inches before his peduncle, before his tail, shall I say. And my Deutsch Karaku is actually turning into a bit of a sanker. Got some pepper spots coming up. Maybe you can see them in the benny there, in the orange that is. Now then, let's try and zoom out or in or whatever it is. That one, wrong one. No, that's all I've got. They're the two options. This fat so. That one's Jaffa K, the old battle axe. And this cuckoo then. On the other side here, look. You keep coming nice and close and slow this way, don't you? There we go. No, it's a bit of a blemish mark. You can see it on a good old view then. But it has gone down quite a lot. It's gone down quite a lot over the last 3 days. Like I said, I've not actually done out. I touched him, just monitored it. Right, if anyone could tell me what that one is. I keep forgetting the name of it. But it's one of it's my first fish what I brought, that I picked from Quenny. That one here is just coming past now. I call it the Dark Destroyer, because most of the year it is dark. It's just lightening up now. But I kid you not, when I put it in the paddling pool, I come down the next morning and I thought it was there different. I thought someone stuck a fish in my pond. I went back into the rafters. I'm sure someone stuck a fish in the pond having a laugh. It must have took me 10 minutes to work out which one it was. That's a tiger. Used to have a few more black stripes down it. They disappeared, but there is a few spots coming back. Call that one gill, because last year gills were hanging out as good as. It looked like it was going to die. But it's come through really well this winter. But I did do my best to make sure it got fattened up well before winter. And we had a colder winter this year than we did last year, really. But yeah, so he's come through really well. Quite pleased with that one. Not got the air on in the pond yet. The extra air is still going through the filters. But that's another thing, my blooming air pump. I've got one in there that's old. It's been out in the rain, got left out in the rain in the back garden for about a year at one point. And it's second hand, someone gave me it a long time ago. And it still fires and runs and sounds beautiful. And then I've got a new one, I've probably only had it for a year. And it sounds like a tank already. That's another problem that you've got to solve, isn't it? Oh, my toolbox, I've solved the problem on that. Yes, the toolbox is running again now, so I ain't got to pinch her car. I spent quite a bit of money on that these last few months. I bet it's had £4 out of me. New back on it, new this, new that, new turbo. Oh, yeah, anyway, welding everywhere virtually. I broke the bank on it, and then it started playing up and didn't want to run again. But anyway, I have solved the problem. Bloody wire that's perished. Kicking in and out. That's what my problem was. I've solved it now, after all of that. So yes, you solve one problem and another one arises, doesn't it? Just solved the toolbox and now my compressor's gone down, or going down. So I can't leave it on at night time now. I've had to put it on the top because it's just too noisy. I turned it off just before I started recording this. Yo, what are you going to say? What? Tell them then. I can't hear you. Please like and subscribe. Well said. I say boyo because his name's Sylvester, but I'm sure it's a she. But we did name it quite a few years ago now. Here, look. Ooh, I want to see the side of Cuckoo, please. Just see how his marks are doing. We've not named the show yet. So any ideas of a nice name that will go for him? I think he's meant to be, well, he's meant to be male. Champion bloodline. I think it's the Dora bloodline, I think. I'm just learning it all. Yeah, here's the Sankey. That was a Sankey, he's turned into a Kwaku, but I'm not sure if he wants to go back to a Sankey now. And then there's my Kwaku that wants to be a Sankey, as he's got some pepper spots coming up now. Not that I mind, they are what they are, aren't they? But I am going to have to leave you at some point, because I've got to go and do a bit. I am going to just flush the filters, clean them first, clean my brush box as well, and my brush box that's over that side. And then I've got to get on with this basket and get this basket done, made to size, see how it looks, and see about tricking them, putting some feed in here and getting as many in there as I can and zipping up. Failing that, it's going to have to come out, and we'll just see how we get on this year breeding. I can jump down there. I've got to tidy all this up anyway. She's going nuts at me for it, but if I end up tidying it up now, I'm just going to set my big paddling pool back up again. And I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to get the grow on tank and up there cleared out so I can get some spawning space. But with the weather how it's been and all this last 2 weeks, you just get it out done, do you? That you want to get done anyway. So yeah, I made a bit of a mess of them, but it's looking better for me. And the goldfish, I'd show you the goldfish, but you really ain't going to see no. They are lapping it up. Oh, and I can just hear Rylan on radio 2 with a quiz starting. Look, they're pea green they are. You won't see out in there. So I'm going to leave you up and talk to you soon.